I think everything is purely based on coach and players doing the draft and like sharing the idea. And yeah, I mean, at least in my knowledge, every team I have been, it was always like that. There's always like a draft meeting. Everyone agrees on like how the draft went, but so basically you cannot cover every draft, so there's gonna be a lot of case that we didn't talk about. Probably that's like most likely, and if that happened, then it's just purely based on like just team knowledge.
This is Azento from Esports Heaven, and I have here with me Reignover from CLG. And you guys unfortunately just lost against 100 Thieves, but you tried out this Kindred Morgana Galio comp. Could you explain like how that comp is supposed to work and maybe what went wrong with it?
I think with our comp is pretty much like very strong early skirmish into strong mid game fight into like very strong object control. But this game we couldn't really. I think we did a good job of early and mid game. Not mid game, like early mid game, but like from mid game, I think we struggle contesting vision against their comp, which I think it shouldn't be that hard. So we end up just giving up, doing nothing with our lead, and eventually get outscaled.
A point of, I guess, concern from the community has been recently CLG's draft phase, and beforehand, you guys also did a Kled and Sejuani comp. And that was really interesting. Like I kind of understood the concept, but maybe if you could break it down to the fans so that they kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, so the Kled Sejuani, the original, right now there's no more funnel, so I can just say. So the original idea was coming from like the melee funnel that people used to do with like Aatrox. And it was really strong, and we were like, okay, what else can we do if Aatrox is bad? And we first came up with Renekton. And Renekton was really good, but it falls off like too hard mid-late game. So we changed, okay, what else can be good from early to late game, and it was Kled. So yeah, we tried, like, we practiced like decent amount, and we had like almost like, we won almost every game with it. So we decided, okay, we can just put it up on the stage.
Yeah, because I heard from a couple players, just offhanded, they were just like, oh, CLG's running that comp this game. Like, it was really good in scrims and we couldn't really do anything against it. So what was the problem with, I guess, translating it to on stage?
Mainly it was how aggressive you can play with that comp will probably like benefit you. But it was on stage and we were not able to like pull the same aggression as we did on scrim. So I think that was like the main difference, and like our decision making was not calm and like accurate enough.
Okay, so it seems from the outset, from like an outside perspective, that maybe the players or the coach has incredibly more say than one or the other, right, when it comes to draft. So which is it? Do the players on CLG have a lot of input on how the draft is crafted? Or is it just Six kind of just saying, no, play this, play this, play this, and we're going to run that?
I don't think there's any team that just coach does everything. I think everything is purely based on coach and players doing the draft and like sharing the idea. And yeah, I mean, at least in my knowledge, every team I have been, it was always like that. There's always like a draft meeting. Everyone agrees on like how the draft went, but so basically you cannot cover every draft, so there's gonna be a lot of case that we didn't talk about. Probably that's like most likely, and if that happened, then it's just purely based on like just team knowledge.
Okay. So CLG, from the broadcast, they had said that you guys are now 0-4 within the past couple games. So what do you think the problems are with CLG currently? I mean, that might be kind of hard to pinpoint, but it just seems like CLG maybe aren't on the same page, and there's there's been some problems in the mid and late game, and it's not necessarily the early game, because there was also another stat that you and Darshan were like the leaders of First Blood for the majority of this split. So what do you think is just going on with the mid and late game?
Yeah, I think our early game is pretty solid, and we always have a really good plan. Everyone like plays well around it. But I feel like I think after this game we just talk as a team. Okay, we really have to talk about, we go over our mid game mindset, or like how do you want to play our mid game? Because I think the way we treat mid game right now is just like wrong, because since it's not working at all. So yeah, we just have, I think our main focus with going on next week would be improving our mid-late game plan, just like how we're doing early game, and I think we should be on like good position.
Okay, so during times like these, when a team is losing, there tends to be a lot of fan criticism and like a lot of hatred and everything on Reddit or Twitter or whatever. So how do you as a player manage criticism? You know, how do you go about not letting it distract you or get in your head?
Well, I think it's pretty hard to not get distracted. I guess it just kind of like depends on like person's personality. Like for me, I try to like read less as much as possible, or like not hear all this like insults. I think criticism is really good, but I think most of the criticism is already like very healthy or good enough from like a team, like feedbacks. So yeah, I don't think there's like any like know-hows, you know. It's just that, okay, if you deal well with it, you deal well with it. If you don't, then you just try to avoid it, you know. There's
no like rule book for like, oh, if X then Y.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah, I guess like it just how it is, I think.
Okay, well, you know, since you guys are on a bit of a downtrend, do you have anything that you want to say to the fans to keep them motivated?
Yeah, so so our team, we have been losing quite a bit recently, but everyone in our team, including me, coaching staff, everyone, we believe that we can do like way better than what we have been performing. And yeah, it's just really bad like that we have been just losing, like even like the games that we have been losing, it didn't look like it was close. So yeah, we'll definitely work on it even harder, and we're gonna make playoff for sure. And I think the more time we have, the more practice we get, I think we're going to be the team who be better than the other team.
All right, well, this has been Azento from Esports Heaven and Reignover from CLG. I assume if you made it this far, you probably enjoyed the content. So if you did, subscribe, and also check out my other content that's more analytical and opinionated. But otherwise, keep it locked at esportsheaven.com, and I'll see you next time. Peace.